The first time Obi introduced me that way, I smiled. This is my wife. No name.
This is my
just
wife.
a title.
Hello, it's
At the
so nice to
time,
meet
I
you.
thought it meant love. I didn't realize it was the beginning of losing myself. At first, it sounded harmless. At gatherings, he would say, "This is my wife." At family events, Obi's wife will handle it. At his office functions, "Where's your wife? Ask your wife to bring the drinks." Slowly, my name stopped existing in rooms where I stood. I wasn't Amara anymore. I was just his wife. One evening, we attended a small event with 3 of Obi's friends and their wives. We all sat around a long table laughing and talking. One by one, the men began introducing their wives. Chinedu smiled proudly and said, "This is my wife Nneka. She's a doctor at one of the most prestigious hospitals in Nigeria." Everyone nodded in admiration. Then Kayode introduced his wife. "This is Korede. She runs a successful catering business." Korede laughed modestly while the others asked her questions about her clients and events. Jacob followed. "And this is my wife Nikki. She's a screenwriter here in Lagos." People leaned in immediately. "What shows have you written for? Are you working on anything new?" Then it was Obi's turn. He put his arm
This is
around
my
my
wife.
shoulder and said casually, "This is my wife." That was all. No name, no story, no past, no future. Just my wife. And no one asked anything else. A few months later, Obi's sister got engaged. His mother came all the way from the village to stay with us in Lagos to prepare for the wedding. The moment she arrived, she placed a long list on the table. Food items, clothes, decorations, gifts. She smiled and
Here's
said,
the market list.
"Amara
You
will
be
help
going
with
to the market
everything
tomorrow
since
to
she
get the
doesn't
items on
work."
the list. Okay,
The
Mama.
words sat heavily in the air. I wasn't Amara the accountant. I wasn't Amara the woman with dreams. I was simply available. One evening, Obi came home looking serious. "My father is sick," he said.
My father is sick.
"He's moving in with us from the village."
You'll be in charge of
I
taking care
nodded
of him.
slowly.
You didn't let me know
"But
before
you
this
didn't
decision
tell
was
me
made.
before you made this decision?" Then he added, "You'll be in charge of taking care of him." I looked up. "Why can't your sisters take care of him? Especially the one who lives alone in that 3-bedroom apartment in Surulere?" Obi barely looked at me. "You are my wife. It's your responsibility to take care of my family and me." My chest tightened. "I don't agree to that arrangement." He shrugged. "Well, the decision has been made." A few days later, I visited my friend Ngozi in Victoria Island. We sat in her apartment overlooking the busy Lagos traffic. "I don't know when I lost myself," I told her quietly. "I went from Amara to just my wife. And because of that, everyone forgets I'm a human. They forget I have desires, dreams, a life." Ngozi listened carefully. Then she said something that changed everything. "You need something that belongs to you. Get something doing again. That way you won't just be somebody's wife." Ngozi immediately started making calls. She reached out to friends, former colleagues, and companies. "Do you have any openings for accountants?" Before I got married, I had been an accountant, a good one. But after years of struggling to get pregnant, I had resigned from work to reduce stress. Soon, interviews started coming in. Different companies, different offices, different possibilities. Then one afternoon, my phone rang. "Hello, Amara? We're pleased to inform you that you got the job. You can start next week." The morning I resumed work, Obi was getting ready too. He watched me dress. "Where are you going?" "I'm resuming work today," I said calmly. "I told you last week." He laughed. He thought I was joking. After all, his father was arriving and I was his wife. At noon, my phone rang. It was Obi. "Why is nobody at home to receive my father?" "I'm at work," I reminded him. "We'll talk when we get home." His sisters refused to come, so Obi had to leave his
Welcome,
office
Papa.
himself to settle his father. When I got home that evening, Obi was furious. "I had to leave work because of you." I looked at him calmly. I
I
already
told you I
told
would
you
not be
I
doing
would
adult care
not
for
be doing
anyone.
adult
You
care
insisted
for
on bringing him
anyone.
here, so you
You
take care of
insisted
him.
on bringing him here, so you take care of him. The next morning, Obi woke up very early and left the house hoping I'd stay back. But I got dressed and went to work too. At 10 a.m., his sister called me screaming, "You left Papa alone without feeding him." "I'll call you back," I said calmly. "I'm heading into a meeting." That evening, Obi and his 3 sisters were waiting for me. They accused me of abandoning their father. I thought Obi had sorted it. I already told him I would not be able to take care of him. If you're concerned, you can also help. Eventually, they hired a caregiver. One evening, I returned from work and found the house in chaos. The living room was a mess. The kitchen sink was stacked with dirty dishes. "What happened?" I asked. My sisters and cousins came over. The old Amara would have rolled up her sleeves and cleaned everything. Instead, I went to the bedroom and slept. The next morning, Obi woke me up angrily. "Why didn't you clean the house?" I looked at him calmly. "You should have told your family to clean up after themselves." For months, Obi had been driving my car. His own car had developed a fault. Anytime I wanted to use it, he would quickly grab the keys and drive out. And I never argued. After all, I was his wife. But one Monday morning, I picked up the keys first. Then I drove to work. Obi had to take public transport. One Saturday, Obi called me into the living room. "What is going on with you?" I looked at him quietly. "No," I said. "You changed. You stopped seeing me. You stopped respecting me. You reduced me to just my wife. And while I was protecting your identity, I lost mine." A few weeks later, we attended another gathering with Obi's friends. The same group, the same introductions. Then someone asked Obi again, "And who is this?" Obi opened his mouth, but before he could speak, I said calmly, "My name is Amara. I'm an accountant, and I'm also his wife." This time, the room didn't go silent. They nodded, because the difference was clear. I had finally remembered something important. Being a wife is a role, but it is not a name, and my identity will never again be only your wife.